Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another plan with me. This was the last week we did. I know this one came out like 2 weeks ago. I missed last week. New job, still trying to figure out how to make everything work. But it's time to move on to this week. I did bend the page here. I don't know how long it was bent for or what I did, but I went and picked up my planner after a week of it sitting here and it is completely messed up. So fun stuff. So here's the kit that we're going to use. We're making that transition from summer to fall, and I wanted to use something that was a little bit more fall-ish. This is like one of those ones you're kind of torn between spring and fall. It's called Cottagecore. I think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. And I am determined to start using my favorites and not hoarding them because nothing good comes from hoarding my favorites. So here's one of my favorites that I will use this week. I think it's super cute. I am extremely excited to use it. And then we have all of the extra bits. So that's the whole kit. And then I also have all of my stickers for this week. Hopefully that will work well. And then this week again is not super full. There's a couple of days that are, but a lot of it's not. I was still getting over being sick. So I hope you guys enjoy. For my listening for today is going to be Belladonna. I have not started a new audiobook in quite some time. So while I was getting ready this morning, I put it on, and this will be the book that I listen to while I do my plan with me. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the voiceover. All right, time for the voiceover portion of the video. I'm off to a great start. I immediately started it and forgot to put in the correct mic. So you're about to get an entire voiceover with me holding my Yeti mic and not using it. But I figured it out like 3 seconds in. So all I got was a hello and a, oh man. So, welcome to my voiceover. This is turning into a Tuesday, Thursday schedule plan thing that we got going here. I don't know how it ended up being that way, but I work on a lot of Sundays and Mondays. And so here it is, Monday, and I'm doing the voiceover. Unfortunately, that means that this will be a This will be a Tuesday plan with me. Okay, shh. You'd think I'd starve her. She is like 30 pounds, and she's not a very big cat. She's a very round kitty cat. And I haven't fed her since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now 8 o'clock at night, and so she's like, I'm dying. I understand why she's hungry. But when we feed them, I have to lock up my oldest because he is a mean little boy who likes to attack the girls and pee in my kitchen on the counter. So he has to stay in the bathroom all night long because he only makes bad mischief at night. Please explain to me why this cat only makes bad mischief at night. He's okay during the day. I don't find pee in weird places during the day, only at night. There is a couple of places in the house that he'll do it. On my kitchen counter, on my dryer, and on our shoes. Really weird places, but apparently those are the places that need to smell like him. You know, places we want to keep clean, like the kitchen counter. So I usually wait until late to feed them. That way I can just put his food into the bathroom, lock him up, and then the girls have the run of the rest of the house. And Jenny's food ends up being in my room with me, and Alice eats hers in the laundry room because that's where she likes to eat her food. She's the only one being vocally whiny about it. So, we are doing voiceover now because I had a really busy weekend. I am hoping that we can stick to at least Monday or Tuesday. with the Plan With Me's. I do have the next one filmed. I'm not doing that voiceover today. I'm only doing this voiceover today because my brain does not have enough brain power. We had a super busy weekend. I'm going to have a whole vlog on it. I think we have a lot of footage. I'm hoping we have a lot of footage. I'm going to finish editing next week's Plan With Me and do the voiceover for that one in a couple of days. That way I can start working on the vlog because it's going to be quite extensive. We spent the weekend in Seattle, and I'm like, hey, we are actually going to plan on doing a bunch of stuff, so this might be a fun vlog to do. So I went to work on Saturday, but I only stayed for a half a day because I knew I had plans, and my owner slash manager, she's doing both parts right now, asked if I could still come in for a little while, and so I came in for like 4 hours and helped with the cleaning, and I also met the last couple people that I hadn't met yet, like the actual owner. So this company was owned by this old man, and he passed recently. And when he passed, his son took over, and his daughter-in-law. And so his daughter-in-law is our pseudo manager. She's the person who's taking care of all the everyday affairs at work. And then her husband is the one who comes in and does all the manual labor and stuff like that. But for all intents and purposes, she's our manager and our owner. Technically, she's a co-owner, but you get the idea. Sorry if that jumped a little weird when I was talking, because I'm sitting here and I edited all of this while I was watching a movie, and apparently I missed a chunk where I was just literally sitting there doing nothing for like 45 seconds, and so I just cut that out really quick. And when I realized that I needed to cut it out, I had already talked a half a sentence. So if it jump cuts weird, I apologize, because I figured we didn't need to sit there and look at me play on my phone for 45 seconds. I was probably answering a text message or something. And if you keep hearing Alice, I apologize again, because she's annoying. But we love her. She's the only one in the household that doesn't cause issues. Well, and the puppy. The puppy's amazing. He's perfect. So, yeah, we cleaned for a few hours. We did this whole, like, she wants to make it an annual deep clean. Apparently, the facility hasn't been deep cleaned since it was opened, like, 15 years ago. It's been cleaned, yes, but not, like, really deep cleaned. And so she's going to annually make it where we close the facility down for a day, and we have all hands on deck, and we do a massive deep clean. Not the funnest day. I do not like cleaning. That's why I have a cleaner. I splurge my budget, and I spend enough to have her come for a couple of hours every like 3 weeks to do my kitchen and bathrooms, because I despise cleaning my kitchens and bathrooms. And so cleaning an entire facility like this is so not my idea of fun. But I did the cat room and ended up falling off of a step stool. So it was like a 3-step step stool, and I was on the 3rd step, and I moved wrong and smacked my head on the top of the ceiling. And that made me lose my balance, and I went to go step backwards off of the step stool, and I skipped the 2nd step. I went from the top step to the bottom step and started to fall. Reached out, grabbed the door of the kennel, and it stopped me, but I slammed my hand into it, and I wrenched my shoulder. So my shoulder and my hand hurt now. And I'm just like, yeah, I damaged myself at work. It's awesome. Hopefully it's not permanent, but I think I do need to get my shoulder looked at, because I've been having some problems with it recently, and that just sent it over the edge. Problems because I'm old, and apparently sleeping on my shoulder is no longer a position that my body is willing to tolerate. But because it's my favorite shoulder to sleep on, I still end up there half the time. And I'm now to that point in my life where if I end up on the bad shoulder, I can't use it for like 3 days. It's amazing. If I could keep the stupid thing tucked underneath me, I'd be fine. But no, I have to end up with it like chicken winged out under my head, and that's when all the problems occur. So I've been working very, very diligently to make sure that when I go to sleep at night and I'm on one of my sides, my arm is tucked under my body, not under my head, because I'm old. Anyways, I left about noontime. I think I left 11:30, so I got home before noon. And then we got ready and went into the city and had this really amazing date weekend. The only thing that I would change about this is I would have extended it so that way we didn't come home until today, because we came home late last night, and I woke up this morning feeling horrible because I need a certain amount of sleep or my stomach just feels like I'm going to throw up. And I felt like that all morning. And then I was so tired that I couldn't think straight. And so I'm on the phone with a customer, and we're trying to figure out how to get her cats into one of our cat condos. And we have a couple of options. One of the options is a 2-room. So you have one room for their sleeping space and their eating space, and then one room for their litter box. And there's also a 4-room option where they have 4 full rooms. I don't know why a cat needs 4 full rooms. They come out during the day. So they're only in there to eat, sleep, and poop. So I don't understand why they need to have a 4-room one, especially for one cat. But I'm trying to figure out how to do it. The system says we have the room, but every time I try to use it, it kicks me out. It's just annoying. And I had to ask this poor woman 4 times what the dates were because I could not retain a thought long enough to make it work. I had to write it down because I kept forgetting what we were talking about. So they sent me home to sleep, and I took a 4-hour nap when I got home. Okay, so here I'm working on the sidebar, and I wrote out on little things the dinners and my steps, only to realize that I actually had headers with the same things written on them, and the headers were thinner so they would fit better. So I ended up writing them down and then not using them, just so you know, because that's what the current events are for what I'm actually doing. My husband is home with my dinner, and hopefully he doesn't walk in on me doing this, because my mic is just sensitive enough to catch any background noise. And of course, Alice is trying to get out because she decided that, oh, look, this person may feed me. I don't think I have to look at my stuff. Because I was sick this whole 2 weeks here. It was so bad. I didn't track any of my little things. So I didn't put them in because I didn't want to cover the pretty girl. So for dinners, we did sandwiches on Monday, soup on Tuesday. We went to Panera and I got the chicken and rice soup. Oh, it was so good. It was a bad idea to leave the house that day because it made me feel super sick, but the soup helped a lot. We had chili on Wednesday, leftovers on Thursday. It says free food, and I literally have no idea what free food means. It has to mean my birthday stuff. And then I have no idea what we did on Saturday because I didn't write it down. And then on Sunday I had McDonald's. McDonald's is pretty much the only fast food that we eat on a semi-regular basis. We do it once every couple weeks. I think I had last time I had McDonald's before today because I was hungry and tired and just got something on the way home from work. I think it'd been 3 weeks. So we try not to do it very often, but if I'm going to do it, it's probably going to be McDonald's because they have good deals. And I am a broke bitch. All right. And then I did my steps because I've been sick. They're abysmally terrible. I think I'm going to start the actual plan with me now, or am I going to put down more stickers? I'm going to put down more stickers first. If that makes sense. By the way, I love this kit. I think it's beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite kits I've ever used. I love mushrooms. The mushrooms are so cute. Oh my God, we found this little shop in downtown Seattle that was like a sloth and robot, which, yes, so cute. But on top of the sloth and robot, they had a bunch of mushroom stuff. It was so cute. They actually had this wall of fake taxidermy. They call it faux taxidermy. And it's literally stuffed animal heads mounted on like plaques. And I thought it was hilariously funny and kind of wanted to buy one. But they were like $80. So that wasn't going to happen. But the shop was really, really cute. And I love mushrooms and sloths. And I couldn't buy anything because the basic tote bag was $30 and I don't have that kind of money. But we looked. We thought it was cute. So anyways, I think I'm actually moving on to actual plans. And guess what? I was still sick for like the first 4 days of this week. So there is very little things that I'm doing. I do put in my hair washes because once a week I have been starting to do things like put oils in my hair and let it sit and then wash it out. And of course, like the moron I am, I managed to forget to scrub out one side of my hair this last time. And so I had oil right next to my ear. And I had someone go, "How do you do that?" And I'm like, "Well, have you ever washed your hair with conditioner? Have you ever put conditioner in your hair and then forgot a spot and didn't realize until it was drying and it was like, that spot feels weird?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Same idea." She's like, "Oh, okay." Because I'm not a total lunatic, I promise. So it looks like on Monday I said I was still sick. I took a bath because bath time is my favorite time. I really enjoy bath times in general. But especially when I don't feel good, because I'm telling you, it's like when that hits the best. If I just knocked my mic out, I apologize. I don't think I did though. And then I also finished a book. I finished one of my nighttime audiobooks. It is Spirit Bound. I was redoing the Vampire Academy books, and I think what is Spirit Bound, like book 4 or something? It was good. I didn't realize how much that series hops around. And do not know if I'm going to move on and do the Bloodline series. I have it sitting downstairs in the what the hell do I do with this pile? Because I'm really not sure if I want to continue to read it. So if you guys have an opinion, please let me know what it is. Because so far, nobody has given me their opinion. I'm going to do a tri-chapter book on haul type of thing. And I'm going to ask again in there. But if I still get no answers, then I'm going to assume that means that I should just get rid of it. I have massive heartburn right now, so if I burp, I'm sorry. That is my life these days. Fun times. I'm just trying to make this work because it's not working. All right, let's move on to Tuesday while I still try to figure out how to put the stuff in on Monday. Again, I was still sick, but I needed to leave the house. And so there's a couple things in here that I didn't write in because it'd be like one of those situations where I'd have one little extra sticker down and I'd rather used a full box instead of one random sticker. So I was still sick. I spent most of the day in bed, but I needed to get my meds. And I want to say that I needed to get my actual prescriptions and I needed to get something to help me feel better. Like I needed to get a decongestant or something. Because my whole head was just throbbing and I tried to use like the sinus headache stuff and it wasn't working. And so I went and I got just a plain decongestant. Sudafed, no nothing, no pain reliever, anything in it, just Sudafed. To see if I could get it to decongest my head enough so that I could stop having a splitting headache. And it did help a lot. Because it was just too much pressure. So I left and went and got meds. And while we were out, that's when I went to Panera. And I got me and Elise something. I got myself the chicken and rice soup, which was amazing. And then I got Elise some mac and cheese because she is, if nothing else, a massive fan of mac and cheese. By the way, my son is going to start helping me work on my lighting situation here because it's very annoying that my lighting keeps blowing out. It's driving me insane. So he is going to help me try to figure out how to get my lighting more consistent. I have some box lights, but I filmed these in my room and I do not have enough room in my room for box lights. Shh. I have way too much stuff in my room. It's so cluttered in here. But I mean, it works. It's too much. I've got a bunch of bookshelves. I've got one desk with all of our computers on it, and then I have another desk with all my planning stuff on it. And then I have like these little cubes in front of my windows that have my old planners and my notebooks. And it's a lot. I do, however, need to clean off my desk because it is horrible how much crap I have sitting on my computer desk. It's not even usable as a computer desk right now. It's a dumping ground for all the crap that we have in the house. Anyways, I did make a note here that leaving the house was a bad idea because I felt miserable after getting back home. And I don't know, it's one of those moments where you're feeling fine and you're like, okay, I still don't feel great, but this might help me feel better. So I went to Walgreens and I went to Panera. Oh my gosh, so it's a bad idea. I felt so terrible. And then I'm just going to use another full box because I really didn't have much else to put down and I might as well just make it pretty. So I'm going to move on to Wednesday shortly before the other me does. I think this was the second to last day that I have a sick in bed. Yeah, I have one on Thursday also. But we are improving. I had a little setback because Tuesday was too soon. I think Thursday was the last day that I was feeling particularly bad. I did finish a couple of books this day. I finished the next book in the Vampire Academy series, which was The Last Sacrifice, which I think is the last book in the series before you get to the Bloodlines books. But I'm not 100%. And I don't know if I read another book. I'm trying to look in my planner, but it's not working very well because I don't know when the next book that I read that is like my nighttime book. I don't know when the next one is. It must have been in September sometime because it is not in the end of August. And I can't figure it out. Okay, so we're just going to assume that's the last one in the series because everything... Oh, yep, there's Cinder. So yeah, that's got to be the last one in the series. And I finished it on this Wednesday. And I also finished Divine Rivals, which was amazing. I loved it. I am very much looking forward to the next one coming out, which will be out here shortly. I think it comes out next month in November. Would you stop yelling at me? She says no, she's not going to stop yelling at me. I do need to update my planner because I have not updated it in like 3 days, and we did a lot the last 3 days. Okay, so yeah, I did a hair wash day. I only wash my hair once or twice a week. And so if I put hair wash down, that means that I spent the time to do all the stuff, to take the long shower. Because we have the short shower, that is just the body. We have the medium shower, which is like the body and hair. And then we have the super long shower. And if I'm writing it down, it's the long one. And then Caleb made dinner, which I did not put down because I did not have room. But he made us chili. And I really appreciate when he makes dinner because he's our little chef in the making. And then I used a little "You Got This" sticker because it was Lisa's first day of work. She works at Lowe's currently, and apparently her first day was August 23rd. And then I'm just going to put down the finishing books that I finished a series and started another. I've been terrible about reading since my husband got home. I don't know what it is. I think that there's a glitch in my brain that does not let me read physically or audiobooks when he's around. So I've been working on the same 2 audiobooks for like a month now. It's terrible. I miss finishing books. I used to like finishing books. It's a novel concept because I like being a reader. I can't do it on my own. And I also haven't touched the quilt in days, but I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday off for sure. I don't know about Sunday. But I have most of the end of this week off. And I am determined that on Friday or Saturday, whenever he has duty, I'm going to finish that damn blanket. So we are going to get that done this week. All right, move on to Thursday. This is the last day that I have a sick sticker. And I was actually able to get some stuff done. And I was actually able to work and leave the house on this day. So I was just still feeling meh. But I wasn't feeling so meh that I couldn't. What? That was not an invite to have you speak. Oh, shh. Apparently, you're going to get a lot of Alice today. Because she is psychotically talkative because I have the door closed. And she seems to think that that means that she needs to yell at me 24/7. And she hears other people in the house. And she's like, are you going to let me out? Are you going to feed me? The answer is no. Because people leave me alone when my door is closed. It's fabulous. As long as they know why my door is closed. If I say, hey, I'm going to be doing some filming or a voiceover, they're like, cool, let us know when you're done. But heaven forbid I'm in the shower and then they're like, hey, we need you right now. You know, I assumed that the whole like parenting thing would taper off when they got older. And that is not true. Even a little bit. I think they're just as needy now as they were when they were 5. Okay. So anyways, still sick. Got it. I have a problem with my computer. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's how well my and they're being loud, so if you can hear them, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's how my cameras, the 4K or whatever, but my computer cannot handle me having too much footage of anything on my computer. So that's why I'm going to get this out. For one, I want it out I wanted it out today, but I'll happily take it out for tomorrow. And why I will do the voiceover for my other plan with me in the next day or so, because I can't put the vlog that I just put on my computer until all the rest of the stuff is gone, because my computer will freak out and restart saying, sorry, there's too much information on here. Stupid. I hate it. I hate it. So I'm sick. I'm not doing much. And I have no room left on my computer. So I finally get out the travel vlogs from a year ago. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Pooh. Let's talk faster. So I finally ended up getting the stuff out that I needed. And that included the road trips that I did from a year ago. And then we also did the free stuff. So I got a free cookie from Crumble for my birthday and a free Blizzard from Dairy Queen for my birthday. And we went and did those 2 things after my shift, which was 6:15 to 9:15. So I just put free stuff down because there's more to come. What happened here was my battery died. And when I went to replace my battery, I apparently forgot to hit record. That's why you have a jump from Thursday halfway through till Saturday. What you missed on Friday was that I started the cats on wet food because one of my cats has been having some tummy troubles and they were all throwing up way too much because they were eating too much of their wet food too fast. So I gave them almost no dry food, and that didn't sound right. They ate their dry food too fast. So I started giving them mostly wet food and a little bit of dry food. And I've only had a couple of throw ups since. So I think this is working. We also went down to the mall and got boba. And then we also got a coffee run because we are crazy. And I got all the free food from my birthday. I went to the old spaghetti factory and got a full meal. I went to Jamba Juice and got a drink. I went to Krispy Kreme and got a couple of glazed donuts. Went to Papa Murphy's and got a pizza. And went to Habit and got a burger. And we cooked the pizza and saved it for later. I had the old spaghetti factory. My son had Habit. We just shared the wealth of all of the food that I got for my birthday. Gotta love the free birthday food. It's my favorite part. All right, and then on Saturday I had an afternoon shift from 1:15 to 4:45. And then I did some grocery shopping, and I had to make my bed because the cat threw up all over it. Because we were still in that mid-ground where we're trying to figure out what's going on. And so I wrote down Jenny grrr, on my actual planner itself to remind me that Jenny is the culprit and why I was having so much problems. I'm so tired of cat drama, and I'm getting so much of it lately. And then on Sunday, which is what I'm writing down right now with my terrible lighting on my camera, that we had to do laundry because, of course, I had to change my entire bed. And then Caleb built our cat house. We went from having like 4 litter boxes down to having 1 litter box because we were having issues with the cats peeing in the garage, and so we had to close off the garage. But the garage is where we had the 2 of our extra litter boxes. And then Caleb got rid of his cat, and so he took the litter box out of his room. And then they kept complaining about having the litter box in the bathroom, in their bathroom. So we took the litter box out of their bathroom. It was just a massive mess. And so I got one of those little Heidi boxes that you can put in your living room so it doesn't smell as bad. And Caleb built the whole thing for me to make it so that way we could have another litter box. And now we have one in the laundry room. And guess what? They're bitching about the laundry room one. I'm tired of my cats crapping in my sink. And they crap in the laundry room sink. So we put the litter box in the laundry room and did not have a crap for a whole week and a half. And I was gone all weekend, so it didn't get scooped. It got dirty. And guess what? Someone crapped in the sink. I have grown-ass children. They should be able to help me with this stuff, but they are useless. Okay, and then I cleaned the kitchen because I am a crazy person, and when I get into that mode, I get into that mode. And so we had to clean the whole kitchen because I don't think there was pee on my kitchen counter because I didn't write anything down about that. But I try to keep the kitchen clean anyways because I know what his MO is. His MO is anything that's sitting on the kitchen counter. So if there's a plastic bag from like a shopping trip that you haven't put away yet, now it's covered in pee. If there is a pot holder that you were just using but haven't put away yet, guess what? There's pee on it now. He's terrible. So we keep the kitchen counters clean. So we must have needed to do like a whole overhaul because I wrote it down, which means that it was big. And then we ran some errands. We went to Tractor Supply for the pellets for the extra litter box, and then we went to 7-Eleven to get chocolate for the PMSing child, and then to McDonald's for also the PMSing child. So we have a healthy day. Now I am just decorating and putting all of the overlays onto my plan with me. I do have to admit that having a hysterectomy at my age really, really sucks. But when my best friend and my daughter are both bitchy at the exact same time, I can smile at them and say, hey, I canceled my subscription to that. And they both glare at me. That's fun. There's something deep inside of me that gets just a little bit of joy from tormenting my family members and my best friend because they are on the exact same schedule and I have to take pills every day and I have to wear this stupid patch on my stomach that itches like crazy if I don't put it in the right spot because it doesn't like certain spots. But of course, the spot that it does like, if I move wrong, sometimes I can accidentally peel off. It's a pain in my ass. So the joys that I get are being able to remind my family and my best friend that I no longer have a subscription to that time of the month. And that is grand. So, anyways, I think that this week turned out pretty good. I definitely enjoyed the free food, which is what the free food thing means on the dinners. And it took me a minute to remember that because I edited this like 3 days ago while I was in Seattle, and didn't do the voiceover because I didn't bring my microphone. Nope, no more cats. Jenny is like, oh look, your lap is free. I need to come sit on it. Instead, you're going to lick yourself. Please don't do that right now. I don't want the microphone catching that. Anyways, I have all 3 cats sitting in front of me, and they're not fighting. They're just kind of disgruntled. It's kind of funny, actually. All right, so yes, I'm just beautifying. So this kit does not come with the long sidebar piece. The newer ones do, and the Caress Press ones do, but this one did not. So I'm taking one of the corner ones, and I'm just overlaying them. So we have one on top and one on bottom, so I have as much sparkle in here as I can get, because I love the sparkle. I think those are my favorite part now, and I cannot believe that I saved so many kits and didn't decorate them, because I was like, I want to save the sparkle. Well, you know what, dumbass? Don't save the sparkle. Use the sparkle. Because the sparkle is what makes it so pretty. And this is my favorite kit ever. And I only have the one. Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to use these kits? I mean, I buy the kits because I like them. And I'm on the subscriptions hoping that I like all of them. And when I do love one, I don't want to use it. And then oddly, I end up with some really bougie ones that are really not my taste. If you can hear the sirens, I apologize. I'm on base. So that is never a good sign, because you don't hear the ones from the normal streets. You only hear the ones from the base. I have no idea what I was going to say to you. I think I was going to say I have a stash of kits I'll probably never use. But I'm finishing up now, and I'm about to do the welcome back to the talk thing. So bye for now. Okay guys, so this is the end of it. Sorry about the cutting out. I don't know what happened. I put the new battery in. I thought I had it turned on. I'm not sure how much was missed, but editing me already saw it and has told you about it. I just frustrated that I thought I started it again, but I obviously didn't. So however long it takes for the sleep to kick in, because that's when I noticed it. Alright, so I have some stickers left that I either didn't have room for, or I couldn't figure out why I put them on there in the first place. I have a little section of glitter headers left. I've got quite a bit of this sheet left. I've got some date dots and some bow ones left. I've got several of the full boxes, the underlays left. I have an entire sheet of this left. I like to save those ones if I can. Most of that one's left. I've got some Fashion Girls left. A little bit of this page. Most of this page. All of the deco. Another full box, and then a lot of just plain boxes, which I can use later. One box here, and one full box there. And then this is the whole thing. I added as much glitter as I could to it to make it pretty, but I really like this kit. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It helped get me through all the little sick bits that I was dealing with at the end of this week. But I thought it looked good. And I'm really excited to have that be this week's plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.